Hi Stampers, this is Trevis. Welcome to Video Friday. And so today is Friday, November 7th, 2025. And today I'm going to be doing 3 cards for you. The product that I'm going to be using is called Extraordinary Flora. This bundle is so very cute. This is the stamp set. Okay, so Extraordinary Flora, and then we have the coordinating die, and the cool thing is we have this nice thick washi tape. Okay, it comes in a roll. So today I'm going to show you how to apply that, how to use it, and how to make these cards. So this is in the annual catalog. What I love about it is that it is in the annual catalog. It's not an online exclusive. It's not going to be going away anytime soon. Now, that being said, there is very popular items. They are popular items, and so they have come and gone. But you can be sure that they won't go away until the catalog expires. So I am going to be making a thank you card, a congratulations card, and a, what will my third card be? Probably like a wedding card. And so let's get started. Less chatting, more stamping. And I'll just keep talking while I'm stamping, and you'll hear my whole story, right? So let's push this back. Sorry. Okay. So what I'm starting with here is a piece of white cardstock. This is about 5.5 by 3.25, and I'm going to just show you how easy this is to use. So the washi tape is super sticky, and it just comes off the roll. And I've had people tell me that they get bubbles and they're not quite sure how to apply this. For me, it's super easy. Just smooth it out as you go. It's kind of like wallpaper. Smooth it out as you go. Okay. All right. And what's also interesting about it is that there's 2 different colors on the roll. Okay. So starts out, one full set is kind of the pinks and the purples. And I guess I would call that Lost Lagoon, maybe a little Old Olive. And then the next set of flowers are more in the corals. So I would say those are more like Calypso Coral. And okay, so I love that. I didn't even realize that when I purchased it. Okay, so now we're going to take our die, and the die actually lines up with all of these, and I'm going to run it through my cut and emboss. Okay, so I have my cut and emboss right here. Now you could use your mini cut and emboss for this because it's not that wide, but I'm going to be using this for another, some more cutting, so I needed my bigger one. Okay, so make sure those are lined up, and that looks pretty good. Likes to move around on me, and I'm like freaked out. I don't want to ruin these. See, it moved on me. Okay, hold on, we'll get it. So, as I said, these are in the annual catalog, and they are on pages 84 and 85. You can purchase just the washi tape, or you can purchase the stamp set separate from the die, or you can purchase the die and the stamp set as a bundle. Okay, so here is my cut out flowers. And once you take the die away, they just punch out, fall away, and you have all these gorgeous little flowers. Now, the cool thing is the stamp set, right? You can stamp that in black ink or whatever color, and you can color them in any color you want. So you're not limited to, if you have the stamp set, you're not limited to just these colors. Okay, so I have all of these flowers now, and I'm just going to keep them in my little case with all my other ones. Okay. And we will create with these. So the stamp set is $20. If you're interested in just the stamp set, it's $20. And that's 165243. The die, which if you're going to get the washi tape, I would get the die. The die is $28, and it's $165244. And you can purchase those as a bundle. And then the washi tape is $15. So I think the washi tape is amazing. If I'm not going to get anything, I'm just going to get the washi tape. Okay, so let's get going on this creative card. So the first card I'm going to make is I'm going to be using soft seafoam cardstock. This is 4 1/4 by 11, and I've scored it at 5 1/2. So the card is going to open like this. I am going to cut a die out of this piece, and I'm going to use Beautiful Motifs dies. These are also in the annual catalog, okay? And what's interesting is when you cut this out, it doesn't fall away. It just kind of pops up. So let me show you. I'm going to run this through my cut and emboss. This is why I needed my regular size cut and emboss, is because this cardstock is too wide to fit through the mini. So keep that in mind. If you are considering purchasing a cut and emboss or a mini, I would start with the regular cut and emboss, because there are things that you could not cut out with your mini cut and emboss. The mini is nice to have if you just want to use it on your table for small things. It's amazing. Okay, but as far as the, cutting anything wide, you really need the regular cut and emboss. Okay, so once we pull this off, now you can see how these just pop up, and it gives you that cool dimension. Not all the dies are like that. This die actually cuts out all these leaves. There's actually 5 different dies in this die set, and this is the only one that just does the pop-up. Okay. All right, so we have a start for our card. Now I get to get creative, and I am going to use some of my flowers. So for this card, I'm kind of going to go with the coral colors. So I'm going to search for these. I'm going to probably pull out, I have a lot here, don't I? I'm probably going to pull, I love this one because the leaves kind of go up. So I'm probably going to use this one. And then this one, I like to, like that. I don't know if I really need a whole lot more. Kind of liking that. Okay, so I'm just going to use my liquid glue, and I'm going to glue these down. Ooh, lots of glue, Trevis. Maybe too much. Do a little kissing, and then we'll get the glue over here too. This is a new tube of glue, so that's why it's coming out so fast. Okay, so there we go. Oh, so cute. I might do one more leaf. I like this little leaf, just as a little accent leaf. I'll just kind of stick this one underneath here a little bit before this dries. There we go. There we go. These are great building flowers. Okay. And now I am going to do some rub-ons. So I've used these before. These are called the Metallic Textures rub-ons. And there's gold and silver. And you actually get 8 sheets. And guess what? I have this little piece right here. And I'm just going to use this. So on this one, I'm going to peel this off. And I'm just going to adhere this like right here. Give it that rub, like that, and peel it off. Yikes. There we go. Look at that. Just that little bit of gold. Okay, and then for my sentiment, I thought I would make this super easy. And for my sentiment, I am going to use... what did I do with them? Oh, I can't find them now. Just going to use those. Okay. Put them somewhere, but I can't find them. I'm going to use these also. Well, heck. Oh, there they are. So I'm going to use these. They're called Greetings for All Mix and Match Ephemera Pack. They're only $7. Item number 164862. You actually get 6 sheets, and they are every sentiment you can imagine. So I think I'm going to make this a, can I make this? There's just so much to pick from. I can make this a get well card. Best wishes, thanks. I really like this little thanks. I think I'm going to use that. Just this little thanks right here. Now these are not self-stick, so you do need to use dimensionals or adhesive to apply them, because they aren't self-stick. So I'm going to put a few dimensionals on the back, just to pop these up a little bit. I'm using my mini dimensionals. And I am going to add this right above this little gold piece, kind of like right here, so the gold shows. I think the gold is perfect on that. Now I am going to add a few of these. What are these dimensionals? These gems. These are called Shades of Green Hexagons, and these are in the annual catalog. They are item number 165233. People ask me, why don't I tell you where to find these and what they are? So there's 2 different sizes, and since this is soft seafoam cardstock, I'm going to use the soft seafoam ones. Okay, so I'm going to use these. I'll use one big one, and then I think I'll use a clear one. So I really think these are cool. They're almost like glass, and you know, they're $8, so they're reasonable. Okay, so there is my finished card. Now these pop up like that. You can pop them up as much as you want. All of these little leaves pop up separately. Cool, huh? Okay, so there is my finished card. All right, that's card 1. Okay, now we're going to do another card, and this card is going to be, I'm going to call this probably like a wedding card. Okay, so I have a piece of white card, thick white cardstock. This one's 5.5 by 8.5. I did score it at 4 1/4. Okay, and then I have another piece of white cardstock, and this is for just a little over 4 by 5 1/4. And I did run it through the Damask Designs embossing folder. So this is not a 3D folder. This is just a thinner folder. And so you're going to use plates 1, 3, and 3. You're going to use your original plate, I haven't been in my stamp room a whole lot since my husband had his knee replacement last week. So you have to forgive me. My brain is sort of like, yeah, you're going to use your platform, and then you're going to use your 2 clear plates. Okay, and that's going to cut out your embossing folder. All right. So now this is really a fun card because we are going to use a lot of flowers. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is just glue this down to my white cardstock. So with these washi tape flowers, you can get so creative and you can make a ton of cards really quickly. I'm just saying. Okay, now I have a little tiny piece of, this was extra actually from the other card, so this is soft sea foam. So I'm just going to apply this to my card. I'm going to do a little cut here on the ends, like that. And I'm going to adhere this to my card about right there. Okay, that's 3.5 inches long by 1/2 inch if you're interested. Okay, and now I'm going to start using some of these more pinks and purples. Okay, so I'm going to pull out some of these. I like these 3. Okay, so I'm going to start with this. I'm going to show you how my brain works when I start to create a cluster of flowers, kind of like a bouquet. So what I do is I usually start with 3 flowers that I kind of like this, and I have them kind of touching like that. Okay, so that's the first thing I do. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start gluing those down first. All right, so they are like in a, there's 3 of them obviously, and they are in a kind of in a circle. Okay. Then the next thing I do is I pick out some greenery that I like, and there's lots of greenery to pick from. So I have these tall pieces. I have some of the shorter pieces like this. Ooh, I like that one. That kind of has a cool design to it. Then we have a lot of little ones. So just search around in your plethora of flowers. This one's cute, little one. I like some small, some big. So see, we have lots to pick from. That one. So this is similar to that, but it's different colors. Okay. So I think I'm going to work with this one first. So now I'm going to add this. I'm going to give it like a, I don't know, almost like a wedding bouquet, like something a bride would carry. And I'm going to pop this up here, kind of make it a wild bouquet. Then I'm going to add some small little leaves around. Let's see what else I have here to play. Ooh, look at this one. I love that one. So let's add that one down here. Kind of like that. Tuck it under. Love it. Okay, I like this one. It's so long. Might cut it off. No one will know. Alter it a little bit. And put it down here like that. Look at that. Getting so cute. So see, it kind of does look like a little bit of a wedding bouquet, bride's bouquet. I might need this one up here. This might be my last one I'm going to add as far as the leaves go. Like that. Okay, so everything is flat now. Now I want to add some dimension. So I'm going to go ahead, I'm going to pull out 3 little flowers. This one. And we have a lot of these that are single flowers. Just have to find them. This one's a little bigger. So we have some small ones and we have some big ones. Here's another big one. Okay, so I have those. So now what I'm going to do is just add some dimensionals to the back of these 3. So I have my mini dimensionals again. I'm going to add 1, 2, and 3. And now I'm just going to scatter these around. So these are popped up and they are going to add a cuteness. So if you have any holes, this is the place to add those. There we go. There's our flower bouquet. Super simple. All right, now I'm going to add a sentiment, and I'm going to go back to these, and I'm going to pull off a sentiment out of here, and I think I want to make this a wedding card. Or just, to me, it just reeks of wedding. I could say I love you, but that's a little too personal. Let's see, what else do we have? Sending hugs, best wishes. Ooh, best wishes. This one's cute too, this best wishes. Let's do this one. So with these, ooh, and I really like these black ones too, but I think it might be too bold. So with these, you can tint these, right? You don't have to keep them white, the background. Take your blending brush or your brayer or whatever, and you can tint these any color you want. Okay, so now I need my dimensionals again. And they are hidden. Okay, so I'm going to add 2 dimensionals. And then I'm going to add a few gems, and this card will be complete. Best wishes. So cute. All right, now for my gems, I'm going to add some silver or gold. I think I'm going to add, or do I want to do copper? No, I don't think I want to do copper. I think I'm going to do gold. and one big, oh, those are the bigger ones. Huh, thought those were the small ones. It's okay. We got it. We got it covered. Yeah, these are these from the annual catalog or from any catalog? I'm not sure. You can try. Item number 163780, copper, gold, and silver. $9, 4 and 5 millimeter. Okay, there's my finished card. I love this card. Just love all these flowers put together. Okay, now the next and last card I'm going to make is, so that was Damask Designs. The last card I'm going to make is, I'm going to make, this one's kind of different, okay? And I'm going to use Bubble Bath. So I'm using Bubble Bath cardstock, okay? And I did cut out ahead of time. I know you're thinking that is a little bizarre looking. Everyday Arches dies, okay? So the Everyday Arches dies come in all these different sizes. There are 10 of them, and they nest. And so this one, size-wise, this one's probably about the 4th smallest, okay? And what you punch out is stitched, but I'm not going to use that right now. I'm just going to save that for later. Okay. So now, so this is originally, oh, what do I have on there? On my cardstock. This was 5.5 by 8.5. I did score it at 4 1/4. Okay. Now I want to put something behind here, right, to make that cute. So I chose some designer series paper from Beautiful Gallery. This is a 6x6 designer series pack. And this is in the annual catalog also. And where's my cardstock? Here it is. So this is the one I chose. Isn't that different? So this side is like that. It's a scene, but this side I am loving. So I'm thinking this would look really cool behind those openings. So I'm just going to put a little adhesive, liquid glue. Okay. So my husband's doing really well with his knee. Surprisingly, I mean, he had a knee done about 14 years ago. He had his left knee done. So this is his right knee. So look at that. So cute. Now, the problem that I have with it is when you open the card up, you get that seam on there. So I'm going to take a piece of Bubble Bath and I'm just going to cover that up. Okay, I'm not crazy about that. I don't think that goes with the card. I don't really want that on the inside, so I'm just going to cover that up with some pink, some Bubble Bath. Okay, and it'll make the card nice and heavy, which is lovely. Okay, so now when you open the card, you get that. All right, so now we're going to build this. So while I'm building this, I'll just talk. So yeah, my husband has had his right knee done last Wednesday, and he's doing great. He, you know, he didn't have hardly any bruising. He didn't hardly have a lot of swelling. It's amazing. Day 2 after his surgery, they got him up and he went to therapy. I took him to therapy, which is amazing. Shockingly amazing. Also, the hardest part, I think, is sleeping. I think it's really hard to sleep when you're laying on your back all the time, because you have to keep it elevated. So that was the hardest part for him, and I really do get that. Very, very much so, because I'm a side sleeper. But he is just doing great. And I'm so proud of him that he's such a trooper. And let's see, I kind of want a bigger, let's see, I got this big flower. I got this one. I need like a, so I'm looking for the oh, why am I using these? I kind of want more of these. Yeah, I don't want this color. Sorry. I'm looking more for the pink color to go with the cardstock. No. Okay. Now I have to find some pinks. Okay. This one. Ooh, yeah. This one is gorgeous. This one. That one. See, that's why if you cut a whole bunch of these, you have a lot to play with. Look at that. Those play really well. Okay, so this one kind of has a little bubble in it because I think I pieced, no, I had a little bubble in it. I'm fixing it. All right, and then I like this one. Hold on, hold on. Here's one I'm looking for. It's like a little rosebud. Can't find it. Oh, here it is. Oh, that's not the right color. It's this one, but I want it in the pink. Where are you? Like that too. Well, maybe I'm not going to be able to find that. No, not the right color. Okay. I'll find it later, you know, when I'm not looking for it. It'll be like right on top. Oh, but see, these are all like the little corally ones. This is what I'm looking for, but I'm looking for the pink version. Okay. Well, doesn't look like that's going to happen, so we'll just forget that. Okay. All right, well, we'll just play with this. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to glue these down flat. And I'm going to use my card as my starting point right there. And then this one. So I'm trying to think what other colors would have, cardstock would have looked good with this. And I'm thinking, I don't know. I mean, I'm thinking maybe, I don't know, strawberry slush would be too pink. I'm going to do this one down here. Do a bunch of leaves coming down from here. I really like this one. It's kind of a mustardy color. Like that. Need another one of those. I like that a lot. That mustardy color. Here's one. Yay, found it. Okay. Stick this underneath here. Okay. I think that's cool. I think I like it just like that. All right. Sometimes less is more. All right. So now, put these away. It's really good to keep these in a case, guys. And then I'm going to use some of these. So these are rainbow dots. I think these are in the annual catalog. Rainbow dots. Item number is 162758. You get 8 different colors. And it just so happens to have some bubble bath. So we are going to use those bubble bath. That one, and a small one, and another big one down here. Okay, they kind of get a little bit lost on those flowers, but I think it's okay. Now I need a sentiment. And so I'm going to use a sentiment from the stamp set. So the stamp set has this line, which is cool. It has for the extraordinary couple, congratulations, and with love. And so I just stamped congratulations on white cardstock. Didn't want this video to go forever. So I thought if I did a little pre-work like this, it might be better. And I'm just going to put some dimensionals on the back. So this could be like an anything card, right? This could be an awesome Mother's Day card or a birthday card, thinking of you card, get well card. Yeah, all of those things. Okay, so I'm just going to put this down here, kind of tuck this right here. Congratulations. Okay, so there's my finished card. So all 3 cards that I made this one, and this one, and this one. So these are the 3 cards I made today. And I hope you enjoyed the video. I'm back in the groove. I'm back in my craft room. So thanks for watching. My name's Trevis Bossler, a Stampin' Up! Demonstrator in St. Louis, Missouri. And I will see you on Tuesday. Have a great weekend. Bye.